The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
And for the first time, you are getting a live look at the Dorothy Hamill skating rink right here on the HAN Network as we get set for an FCAC championship rematch between the Greenwich Cardinals and the St. Joe's Cadets. Good evening, everyone. I'm Frank Granito, standing alongside John Kovach as we get ready for our HAN Game of the Week featuring St. Joe's and Greenwich in boys hockey. And John, we've talked about it all afternoon. We were here for Nutmeg Sports. Essentially a playoff game on our hands here with only 3 games remaining for each team in the regular season.
Such a log jam for the final spots in the FCAC. You look at the standings. Ridgefield's clinched. They've got 18 points, 2 games left. New Canaan, they're comfortable. A lot of bad things would happen to them and good things happen to other teams for anything to take them out of that 2 seed. The Fairfield Co-op now with 12 points. Stamford West Hill and the St. Joseph Cadets 11. Greenwich and Darien with 9. One of those teams is not going to make it.
And really the surprise of the season has been that Stamford West Hill team who's put together such a strong showing in FCAC play. They're going to get matched up with the Greenwich Cardinals, they believe now, on the 21st. That's a game that's had to been rescheduled twice, but you know, John, looking at tonight's matchup, there's one player on the ice who's really going to play a huge role. He jumps right off the score sheet, off the stat sheet, and it's the goaltender for the St. Joe's Cadets, Ryan Wilson, and it's a name we know very well going back to last postseason.
Going back to last postseason, going back to the last game, Saturday against New Canaan, 58 shots over 56 minutes in a 2-2 tie with the Rams. That's a lot of shots for a goalie to face.
It's a lot of shots. He made a lot of saves, including 19 out of 20 in the third period, and he was a perfect 10 for 10 in overtime. It was a huge tie for the Cadets. They came in with a 4-game losing streak, now 0-4-1 in their past 5, and this is a game where they see an opportunity to get back in the win column, but it's a Greenwich Cardinals team who's coming into their own 3-0-1 in the month of February.
If you were to look at it based on the last 4 games, like you just said, Greenwich, they're trending in the right direction. Being hot at the end can be so important. But so can a hot goaltender. Did St. Joe's hit the springboard they needed to Saturday against New Canaan? They stopped the skid. They tied one of the top teams in the state. Can they build off of that tonight here at the Dorothy Hamill rink?
On the other side of the ice in the crease, there's no longer Nick Bizzuto, the defending FCAC champion, standing there. It's going to be Alex Presley in between the pipes tonight. It's a Cadets offense that has struggled this season, but by no means is it an off night for Presley.
No, I mean, St. Joe's is going to try to make things happen in front. What they've got to do, I think, is focus, you and Rob, at least to a degree, on defense in the early stages, because if I'm Greenwich, I want to get up on St. Joe's as quickly and as deep as I can. I want to throw as many pucks as I can at Wilson's net. I want to make him keep making saves, because that had to take a toll. That's a lot to ask a goaltender, what Wilson did for St. Joe's in that tie Saturday.
It's also youth hockey night here for the Greenwich Skating Club. They will have 6 members of the skate club family joining the Cardinals on the ice. They are Kelsey Roth, Sophie Roth, and Aubrey Roth, along with Danny Prattley, Teddy Minchin, and Nate Duffy. You got to talk with the general manager of the Greenwich Skating Club, that's Brent Brower, earlier on our Nutmeg Sports Show, and he had a lot of good things to say about what's going on with the program.
It's a continuum, and that's what you really want to have a successful program. A successful high school program doesn't start the first day of freshman year. A successful high school program starts at the youth levels. That's what they want to do here. For a half century, at its own rink over by Greenwich High School, you've had the Greenwich Skating Club. They have multiple youth hockey levels with various success, and now they're developing a much stronger relationship with the Greenwich High hockey team. You here on Youth Hockey Night and other dates, they have players come out and skate with the high school players. It promotes a following. It promotes an involvement and an awareness of what the high school team is doing. Conversely, the best way to learn is to teach a skill to somebody. You've got these high school kids helping with clinics at the Greenwich Skating Club. If they're teaching the younger kids, they're learning it themselves. It's really a great relationship. It's something all your successful programs have.
Especially at a time when so many of the most talented players within the state are fleeing the public school league and going to prep schools. And Chris Rurick preached about he wants to bring those kids into his program. And what better time to bring in the third member of our broadcast. That's Kevin Coleman, who's standing down along ice side. And Kevin got to catch up with Coach Rurick and some of the Greenwich players before today's game during Nutmeg Sports. And let's go down now and hear what Kevin got from that Greenwich coaching staff. Kevin. We will check back in with Kevin, having some mic difficulty across the ice, but we spoke with Coach Rurick and the boys captains, as well as Coach Lershin and the girls captains, and both programs right now, John, trending up, sitting in the playoff picture. The girls currently the 2 seed. They've got a big game on Thursday against Simsbury. We'll be back for that one. But
that's a team that's really impressed me, the Greenwich girls. We had them very early in the season against Stamford West Hill Co-op, and they really looked good. They skated well. They skated hard. I'm really impressed by them, and the boys team is turning a corner here.
We've got about 10 minutes left until puck drop. They do things a little differently, and I'm a big fan of the way they went about this, John. They brought warm-ups out on that chopped-up ice. 10-minute warm-up period. The teams will go back to the locker room, and now they'll make a fresh coat here before doing the starting lineups and the anthem.
Yeah, I like the idea of starting on a clean sheet. I don't know if the goaltenders are thrilled with it. They'll be trying to chew up the ice in front of the net as soon as they get out here. But I like it. I like this. I like the prolonged warm-up, too. I like the 10-minute warm-up that they were doing here. That 10-minute warm-up, I think, is just the 10-minute warm-up and a break, I just think is a little more. It's more the way it's done at higher levels, and I think it's better to start a game with a clean sheet.
Should be a lot of fun. Let's step aside. We'll be back with the starting lineups. All that coming up next from the Dorothy Hamill Skating Rink right here on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCD.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We're back on the HAN Network live at Dorothy Hamill Skating Rink. It is the HAN Network's Game of the Week featuring the St. Joe's Cadets and the Greenwich Cardinals in a rematch of the 2016 Boys FCAC Championship. And now we will welcome in the third member of our broadcast. He is standing across the ice inside the penalty box. That is Kevin Coleman. Kevin, you got to catch up with head coach Chris Rurik of the Cardinals earlier today on Nutmeg Sports. What did he and the captains have to say about tonight's game?
They were all really excited for tonight's matchup. Frank, if you think about it, in a way, Coach Rurik said it's going to have a playoff atmosphere to it tonight. Both teams fighting for a playoff spot in the FCAC. Of course, top 6 teams get in. It's going to be the atmosphere is going to be tough. And you talk about the Greenwich Cardinals. They've already beaten the St. Joe's team 3-1 early on. They have the confidence. They're 3-0-1 this month. And just talking to the captains, they're confident as well. They have a lot of great chemistry on the ice, but also off the ice. So that's, talking to them, they seem very confident going to this game, especially at home against the Cadets, Frank.
Thank you, Kevin. We'll check back with you throughout the periods. And John, on the opposite side for St. Joe's, first season as head coach Eddie Lemaire, and I think he's done a great job with this team. Program is trending up. But again, now they're also in that position looking for win number 8 to clinch a spot in the state playoffs.
I think it's almost more a can't lose for St. Joe's than it is a must win for Greenwich. I think Greenwich could falter a little bit here and still be playing good hockey and still get in based on their points as they finish out this season. Now, Greenwich, they're going to finish with McMahon Norwalk. That's Saturday at 7. And then they're back here Monday at 4 against Darien, who's currently number 7. that could end up a play-in game.
And they'll also have Stanford West Hill as part of that makeup game that will be rescheduled.
Now St. Joe's, to finish the season, they're going to go up to Enfield Saturday to play SGWL, and then they will have crosstown rival Trumbull Monday at Shelton.
And we get a good look here now at the starting lineups. For the Cadets, it'll be Will Foldesi and Evan Bocino on the wings, Sean Antonasio playing center, Andrew Van Etten and Kevin Fostich will start on the points, and of course Ryan Wilson in goal for the Cadets. Going to get a very cool look now for the starters. You get to see that youth hockey group on display for the Cardinals.
It's an awesome touch. I've seen it in football. I don't know that I've seen it in hockey before, but it's great that kids get to welcome the players on, and it instills in these younger kids this feeling, I want to be that. When I'm in high school, I want to be the guy that wears that number 18 or that number 15.
For the Cardinals, we'll see Matt Bauer, Matt Davey, Connor Santry, with Trevor Despennett and Andrew Frost. They're going to go with Akira Dunham and Kevin Wright on the point. Alex Presley in goal. We'll step aside and be back with the first period of action right after this on the HAN Network.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars.
Wow.
Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for InSports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit InSportsCenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Haum has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at stonesThrowCT.com.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network. Back on the HAN Network, Frank Granito, John Kovach, and Kevin Coleman from the Dorothy Hamill Skating Rink. Our first trip to the Hamill Skating Rink, and they could not have been more accommodating, John. We are very excited to be here, and even more excited to be back Thursday afternoon one more time.
Oh, I think this has been one of our best days. We've talked to both the boys and girls hockey teams. We talked to the head of the youth hockey program. We've been introduced to some things they're doing as they build a culture around hockey here, how they've involved the youth kids. We talked to Chris Rurik about some of the things he's doing in terms of subtle changes to uniforms and getting new swag, and that's all stuff that goes into building pride in a program.
And you got to love the fact that they bring the organ to the soundtrack as well.
Oh, yeah. Don't you ever play Lady of Spain again.
Also making his debut, along with the pocket squares to the ice, Kevin Coleman. Kevin in between the boxes tonight. We're happy to have him along as he gets his first hockey game. And we are underway from the Hamill Skating Rink, with Frost controlling that time. Back is Akira Dunham, once a forward for the Cardinals. He had to switch back to defense due to some injuries this season. Still sitting out captains Alex Mojan and Owen Johnsons for the Cardinals, who wear the white tops and socks with red pants, compared to the Cadets in the all maroon, who will move from left to right on your screen, as moving up ice this time is Antanasio. Battling behind the net, that's Will Foldesi as it comes all the way to the point with Van Etten.
Good defense by Dunham on that initial rush, really riding that into the corner, eliminating any chance for St. Joe's.
Here's Kevin Wright with plenty of room to work with as the Cadets were changing, but a good job holding the line that time by Rakuya. Puck bouncing out in front, open on the crease. Opportunity now, they score! Out in the slot, it was Rakuya. And I'm going to tell you now, John, it's that clean sheet of ice. The puck slides a little bit further than you think. There were opportunities on the doorstep, but Rakuya from the slot goes top shelf on the left side.
I think that's set up, though, by a misplay. There's a puck that's there. It's batted around a little bit by the Greenwich defense. Then one shot is missed, and the long rebound comes out to Rakuya, and he's just really standing there by himself looking for work and finds it.
And there is a Cadet player shaken up who heads to the bench. We'll have Kevin Coleman keep an eye on that. He'll have the bookkeeping for us momentarily as well. But the Cadets strike first, and that was not what the Cardinals wanted to see at the start of this one.
I mean, you think about St. Joe's, they tied one of the top teams in the state at the end of an 0-4 run. They've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. Now even better with this early goal.
Shot here, kicked aside. That time by Presley. Cadets have to tag up, but the early goal credited to Rakuya, and they give the assist to Tommy Flynn as icing waved off here. Pass sent out through the slot and clears to the neutral zone where Dunham will fire all the way back in deep.
Puck clearly got tipped between the blue lines, eliminated the icing.
Unable to control that one in the slot was Ewan Trogny. Now patiently starting the cycle as Kevin Wright's joined the play. Wright fires one on goal, and Wilson makes his first save of the night. Good job by Dunham. He holds the line, and then Trogny canceled out down low with Antanasio. Down low as Prattley jumps in, and then taken down. That time was Evan Bocino, and a penalty to come. Let's go inside the glass as Kevin Coleman will have a locker buddy for the moment.
Thanks, Frank. Going over to the St. Joe's side, looking over to that injury, it was Jack Pisani, the junior, getting his leg checked out. He's back. Seems like he's going to be all right and get back into this game, Frank.
Standing next to you, Kevin, we can see Ewan Trogny. We'll come back momentarily when you hear what the call was for. He's up at the point. Looking to the far side is now Foldesi holds. Back for Antanasio and then sent the length of the ice. And Kevin, that was Trogny for tripping, is that correct?
Yeah, correct. It was tripping, Frank. This is a penalty that Greenwich needs to kill off here.
And not what they wanted to see early on, John.
No, down a goal and now down a man. Kev, what's the assists on that first goal?
It's still being worked on right now. Just ask the scorebook. They're going to get back to me there, John.
Thank you.
Smart play there by Dunham to retreat all the way to his own zone and kill some time. But a good job stepping up there by Gilbert. And now taken away. Opportunity for the stretch pass, but Davey just missed connecting with Bauer, and Wilson will have to freeze this one.
So close to a one-on-none there. And the pass just gets away from him. This is a Greenwich team that we saw earlier this year against New Canaan. We saw them give up a goal when they had a two-man advantage.
Lawrence and Fulton on to kill right now for the Cardinals. Lawrence is excused from the draw. In this one behind the net is Parchinski. Looking up ahead and taking a blow and passing along to Rakuya. for the Cadets. He scored the game's only goal so far as we are 4 minutes in to the first period. Presley sticked one up into the glass and thought about collecting the rebound, but instead it will be chipped up and out to safety. Lawrence to Fulton, but it is ruled a hand pass against Greenwich as the faceoff comes back to the far blue line. It's a St. Joe's team that's been tough to really get a read on throughout the season. There have been a lot of highs and then some disappointing lows, and they're currently in one of those lows.
Yeah, they're very streaky.
As here is Fulton letting a wrister go, and an easy save made by Wilson. But he'll have to hold on for a defensive zone faceoff with 32 seconds remaining on the man advantage.
Well, he had one defender between him and the shot, so there was the opportunity there for him to lose sight of that.
Draw comes back as Dunham missed right with the pass, and now he's going to have to make a play quickly with pressure coming. As Van Etten brings this one up and gains the zone. Looked at Fostich momentarily, but instead chips down low. The right plays to Dunham, but he cannot clear. Fostich on the half wall playing with Lally, and it comes all the way around. Cardinal coming out of the box as Davey joins the play from the bench, takes it away, and will circle back to safety with time and space to work. Stick handled his way through one defender, but could not control. And now collecting for the Cards, having his shot canceled out. That time was Santry.
Santry determined on that to bring that all the way himself.
Up ahead, here's Bauer with it. Bauer lets a wrister go, and it was blocked in front. Back come the Cadets. Shoveled towards the net, and Presley makes the save, as that was Brocky throwing one towards the open net mouth.
Puck got a little hang time.
And Frank and John, going back to that goal, the assist was actually on John Pisani.
Thank you, Kevin. Good to know. So Pisani credited with the assist on the Rakuya goal. 1-0 with 9:20 remaining in the first period. Cardinals trailing the St. Joe's Cadets in a rematch of last season FCX championship as Presley forced to make a save there. As Davey connects to Bauer, who works down the right wing boards. Quick shot, stick to side as Santry looked to the far post that time. Top lines battling against each other momentarily. Here is Brocky with it. Correction, that's Foldesi. Turned over. Bauer one more time. Tried the curl and drag, but it was canceled out. Good job there by Fostich.
Greenwich is trying to make its living here on breakaways, and they've either missed the pass and given up an odd man rush the other way to St. Joe's.
As that was Kevin Wright taking that one the full length of the ice. Tried to cut through the crease. Help defense denied that one, as we will see play whistled dead for an icing.
Or the St. Joe's defense has cut them off at the circles.
Kevin Wright showing off the speed early on, though. He's been very active offensively, playing alongside Akira Dunham. .824 remaining, an offensive zone draw for the Cards. Back towards the point and waiting to take that one away was Tommy Flynn. Works his way through the neutral zone, and it's sent down behind the net. Kuya and Dunham battling for that one, and a pass that was read the whole way and dumped back in, as Presley will choose to hold. Good eyes there from Kyle Parchinsky, as it was Dunham looking for the stretch pass. And Kevin, you're sitting by that Greenwich bench right now. What's the mantra on the bench band here, trailing by 1, 7 minutes in?
Well, Frank, we actually have an injury update. Dylan Madden taken behind the bench. Looks like a lower leg injury. Not looking good. He's in a lot of pain right now, but right now they're still staying positive. You know, this bench is still cheering guys on, even though they're down 1-0, giving up an early goal. But losing a guy like Madden early on, that's something to keep an eye on for you guys.
Of course, a Greenwich team that's been plagued by injuries all season long really cannot afford another one. As him 2-on-1 opportunity now for the Cardinals. Lawrence with it. Lets the wrister go, and it's off the mask of Wilson. Sent back down low as the Cardinals want to go to the cycle, but it's taken away that time by Parchinski. Unfortunately, waiting there was Charlie Graves. A couple of passes cancel out, and the Cadets with an opportunity to gain the zone. Wrister sent down on Presley. Sticked aside and then back out into the neutral zone. And
I don't know that Presley had a clear view of that.
He's looked a little shaky at the start here, John.
Well, he's faced a lot where I think he expected there to be a breakaway, where there to be a little breathing room, and these errant passes are setting up these unexpected rushes by St. Joe's. The story of this game to me so far is errant passes, and it's reflected 1-0 on the scoreboard.
As they battle two aside along the left wing boards. Dunham and Wright play catch, and then a pass off the board slowed down by Davey. Finagled his way around one man. Looking out in front as it's off the side of Wilson, and Santry controls. There's Bauer down in the corner before the Zamboni doors. Softly played through the neutral zone, and it cancels across the ice where Parchinski, that's Fostich with time and space, playing catch with Van Etten.
Both teams went for a wholesale change, so nobody able to capitalize as that puck just kind of sat by the blue line.
Turned over by Wright behind the net. Backhander towards the cage, and making the save off the shot from Bocchino was Presley. Puck is lively down there right now, Kevin. You can see that clean sheet of ice allowing the puck to flow freely, and there's a good pace to the play with it.
Yeah, both teams coming out really fast. I think St. Joe's really setting the tone right now, getting a lot of odd man rushes. Greenwich, on the other hand, doing a nice job defensively, just that one error that led to the one goal. But so far, both teams playing pretty well. I think getting shots on net early on is so important.
Especially when playing against a goalie of the caliber of Ryan Wilson.
But I don't think Greenwich has gotten the quality shots they want, nor have they gotten the velocity shots. They've gotten just a handful there. A lot of them just attempts at wraparounds.
Good check that time. Trevor Bennett stepping up and laying the body in front of the Cardinals bench.
They do play a physical defense, St. Joe's.
Here's the captain, Full Desi. Full stretch pass that missed connecting with his wingmate, Bocchino. And a faceoff will come all the way back down to the left of Ryan Wilson with 5:31 remaining. You're watching the HAN Network's coverage of St. Joe's and Greenwich and boys hockey. The HAN Network, your home for FCX Sports. As they look to stretch one more time, but Dunham reading it. Sent towards the front of the net, and Wilson stick that one aside with ease. Prattley couldn't center, and so quickly back the other way. Leading the rush was Tommy Flynn. So comes all the way around and finds Pisani. And a block shot goes up into the netting, will stay inside the zone.
You know, you said earlier that Dunham was going to be a forward, moved back because of injuries, but he looks so smooth on defense. It's really hard to imagine that's not his natural position.
Kira, one of three captains for the Cardinals this season. The other two currently sitting out with injuries. Holding in the zone that time was Pisani. Behind the net. And it's finally controlled and taken by Kevin Wright through the neutral zone. Wright again showing off the speed. Lets the wrister go, and Wilson makes the save in his glove, controlling with the blocker.
To steal a football term, every time Wright gets the puck, he likes to ladder it outside and come up these left boards.
Very active is that D pair, and they're even better at covering for each other, recognizing when one wants to join the rush and making sure they have the proper men back. As another turnover in the neutral zone could lead to an opportunity for the Cardinals. Stick handling his way through, tried to force a pass to Bauer, did Davey, but a shot then is held on to by Wilson. And I think Bauer, correction, that was Davey off the right wing boards, might have had a chance to take that to the net. Selflessly, though, tries to find Bauer in the slot, just couldn't connect.
I think they've thrown, everybody's taken that first shot. Throw a little change up, mix it up a bit. drop it and let the second guy take the shot, see what happens there.
Davey teams up with Bennett to take a check there, and now it's Davey controlling one more time. Working to his right, lets the wrister go, but it was knocked aside as Gilbert didn't allow much on it. Santry down low. Davey turning off the half wall, shot to the left side, and it missed wide. Holding the line that time was Andrew Frost. Another shot in the direction of Wilson, and he will just hold on. An active shift for Matt Davey. And Kevin, this line of Connor Santry, Matt Davey, and Matt Bauer will have to be the best line for the Cardinals tonight if they're going to have any success.
And you know what, Frank? They also need to keep putting shots. I thought that last line did a great job putting a lot of pressure on Wilson and the defense for St. Joe's. Greenwich just needs to keep dumping the puck down, get some shots on net, put a lot of pressure on, and I think they can reward themselves with a goal.
This one chipped behind the end line, and now battling down low were Anastasio and Kevin Wright, who swivels his way behind the net, but had him taken away by Bocino.
Another dangerous pass there across the front of the net.
Holding the line that time, Focinski.
I have to agree with Kevin. That last shift was the first one that I saw the Cardinals do what I think they have to do to succeed tonight.
Puck out in front of the net. Miscontrolled in the slot, and now a race that Van Etten will win and circle back for safety. One-touch passes through the neutral zone. And an opportunity to break out for the Cadets. Up for Foldesi, but he can't control. And here's Kevin Wright now, working his way through the neutral zone. Now to the slot, and couldn't get any good wood on the shot. Fostich canceled it out. Dunham misplayed that one, so the icing waved off with 2:30 remaining in the period. Chasing behind, and it's up along the boards for Harvey. Now a 2-on-1 opportunity in the slot, and Presley made a good sliding save getting across. And then a second one, as the opportunity for Foldesi was denied. If that's a one-timer shot, it's a 2-0 game.
Exactly. It gave time for Presley to find it, and then he really made a point-blank save. It's a pretty gutsy save.
Two big saves there with 2:26 remaining. 1-0. Greenwich trailing the St. Joe's Cadets. Rakuyo, the game's only goal. That came just 2.5 minutes into this one. Here's Matt Bauer. That one turned over just before the red line, and now Kevin Frost will reset. Correction, that was Andrew Frost. As Bennett lost that one momentarily. Here's Matt Davey. Davey down low, trying to get to the front of the net, uses the Gretzky turn. And now they'll battle to a side in the corner. Davey coming away with that one. Up top to the point. Bennett to Bauer. Toe drag, and it was kicked aside as the centering opportunity denied. Up ahead, and Pisani overskated that one. Now waits for his teammates to join him as they go for the change. Here's Van Etten. Andrew Van Etten, the defenseman down the end line. Battling around and not covered just yet as it's still loose. Out to the point. Fostich lets the wrister go, and a sliding shot was blocked. Out again in the slot. And coming away with this time, Oliver Fulton. With 60 seconds to play, Fulton let a wrister go. That's over the head of Wilson.
That last shot by St. Joe's was not too far to the right of the net. That did not miss by much, Frank.
And the mad scramble in front. Fostich with a good opportunity, but a huge block from a sliding Cardinal. As this one off the stick of Dylan Madden and into the Cadets bench. Kevin, good to see Madden back out there and rejoining his line.
It is, yeah. He was nursing that left leg. I kept seeing him trying to flex it when he was beside the bench, just outside. Good to see him back on the ice. I think Greenwich has had a great couple opportunities, but John just mentioned that last shot by St. Joe's did not miss the pipe by too much.
35 seconds remaining, and a big hit in front of the St. Joe's bench.
High stick call from this side of the ice. A little bit of jawing going on.
So with 34 seconds remaining, second penalty of the night. Both have been against the Cardinals. It will be Matt Bauer for a high sticking penalty. We'll check in with Kevin before the period ends on what he saw. Cardinals, JT Lawrence sends this one all the way down. Off the stick of Foldesi, and here's Antonasio. Trying to stick handle through a couple of Cardinals, and now it's on the stick of Foldesi. Bass to the front of the slot, and another goal as they score again. Evan Bocchino is going to get this one. Impressive passing, and it leads to a Cadets power play goal.
Well, the impressive passing comes off a failed attempt to clear. The loose puck gets picked up. Bocchino gets fed, and he had plenty of ice and plenty of net to work with to make it 2-0.
It'll be Bocchino from Foldesi and Antonasio. With just 15 seconds remaining. And we have talked about this all season long, Kevin. Goals in the final minute of periods will just absolutely kill a team.
We also talked about, being disciplined. I think going into this game, we talked about how, a lot of these teams are committing, a little bit of dumb penalties. And you look at high sticking like that, call like that, hurt Greenwich Cardinals. And at the end of the day, it bites them.
And it's certainly a penalty that can be avoided. Whether it's incidental or not, you're responsible for your stick. And if you come anywhere near the face or head area, you're going to get called every time.
If you fulfill your responsibility for your stick, you're not going to run into that call.
It is 2-0 St. Joe's. Rakuya and Bocchino, the goal scorers. The Cardinals trail at the end of one. We'll be back with more high school hockey after this on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our mortgage web center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars.
Wow.
Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for InSports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit InSportsCenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Haum has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at StonesThrowCT.com.
Are you looking for new opportunity this year? How does growing a business with unlimited income potential sound? Christy Kinsman is a local entrepreneur building a global health and wellness business in Fairfield County. Offering cutting-edge anti-aging skincare, all botanically based and paraben-free, and a complete vegan, clean-eating nutritional plan, Christy's looking for business partners that can help get others healthier while taking advantage of an untapped market. Take that first step to freedom from the 9-to-5 grind by learning more about the products and our mentorship program. Contact Christy at thelittlehouseshop@yahoo.com.
Wild Birds Unlimited, your one-stop shop for all your backyard bird hobby needs. Premium bird seed, freshly delivered each week. A great selection of bird feeders, houses, a patented pole system, bird baths, and a vast array of wonderful gifts of whimsy and nature. Visit us at 356 Heights Road in Darien, next to the post office, and across from Norotan Heights Railroad Station.
Hi, I'm Denise Figuergoli, host of The Drive, here every Tuesday on the HN Network. It's about how you fuel your mind, your body, your spirit that creates the life you live, with people, places, ideas, and organizations that move us forward mindfully and consciously. Tune into The Drive here on the HN Network, Tuesdays at 12:30.
When it comes to local entertainment, we've got it all.
From movies, local artists, etiquette, and more.
Watch HAN Arts and Leisure with me, Steve Coulter, and our Arts and Leisure editor, Sally Sanders, Mondays at 12:30, right here on the HAN Network.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter.
and I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune into Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN Network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break. If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back from the Dorothy Hamill Skating Rink, this is the HAN Network's Game of the Week. It is a 2016 FCAC Championship rematch between the St. Joe's Cadets and the Greenwich Cardinals. The Cadets flipping the script compared to what we saw last year, John, a 2-0 lead out of the first period. And while I think St. Joe's played well and earned both of those goals, we agreed that Greenwich really not playing a very clean first period put themselves in bad positions.
I think it's a story of bad passes and a couple of pucks left unattended. It's attempts to clear that got left behind. It's a puck that was left alone just outside the crease and just sat there to get swept in. I think Greenwich could clean things up and get back in this game. But I don't think they're playing clean hockey right now in terms of puck control and in terms of passing.
And for the Cardinals, we saw a lot of stretch passes. They're looking to really move the ice, and their speed was on display, but just couldn't connect. We're going to go down now alongside the ice. Kevin Coleman is joined with the head coach for the Cardinals, Chris Rurick. Kevin.
Coach Rurick, coming into this second period, what was the message to your team during the intermission, down 2-0?
It's the same thing that we talked about at the beginning of the game. It's those mental little lapses that we have. First goal, we tried to get too cute with the puck. Would have liked to see my D-man get back to the puck quicker because we knew they were going to bring that pressure. And but he put himself under a little pressure, and then we got a little cute, put it out front, and they capitalized on it. And then the second one, you get a penalty, 50-50 puck. We lost that, and 3-on-1, and so they won on that one. So, but the message is like that's only 2 seconds of a 15-minute period. So don't dwell on those 2 seconds because we did a lot of stuff right. We're executing our neutral zone play that we wanted to. We're getting sustained pressure down low. Defensively, we're doing quite well. So there's a lot of positives. I don't want them to focus on the 2-second negatives. I think we're playing all right. I think we'll do okay.
What's it going to take to get past a hot goalie like Wilson right now? A couple big saves. You guys had some odd man rushes. Couldn't quite get the puck in the back of the net. What's it going to take to get past him tonight?
Yeah, we addressed that too. We got to drive the net harder. Shooting from the perimeter isn't going to beat him. The only way to beat him is put it off his pads, drive the net, go for the rebound. So that's the message. Drive the net, shoot, drive the net.
All right, Coach. Best of luck in the second period.
All right, Frank.
Back to you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Kevin. And there it is. Drive the net. That's the one that stood out to me. You had opportunities to get there, but I thought they were a little passive at the point of attack.
A few times they tried to drive the net, but that St. Joe's defense collapses in front of Wilson so well, they weren't able to get through. What I like that he said, it was 2 seconds of a 15-minute period. Move on. You can't get those two back. Those plays are done. Now you got to move. Now you got to move on. You got to make up for them. Forget the bad play you made and make a good play to make up for it the other way.
Out of town, Ridgefield squared off with Notre Dame of West Haven today. They led 5-3 in the final 3 minutes of the game, squandered the 2-goal lead away before winning their 16th straight in overtime, 6-5. So a big win for the Tigers. And we've just got some breaking news per Chris Ellsbury regarding boys basketball. The Brancato brothers have been excused officially from the Fairfield Ward boys basketball team.
That changes the balance of power in the FCAC in terms of boys basketball. We'll be bringing you all of those games. Right now, Ward is the 3rd seed as the season winds down.
Gave Trumbull a good fight the other night at home without the Brancatos, and Pelote, who's also been excused from the team, but a lot of turmoil right now surrounding the Mustangs roster. As we're underway in the second period from the Dorothy Hamill skating rink, and was Foldesi wide open. Just missing him that time was Faustich.
There again may have been a case of being too cute with the puck. And right there, they got lucky they didn't leave it on the doorstep. Getting cute with the puck, Greenwich.
And similar to what we saw in that first period, it is a very fast track here at the Dorothy Hamill skating rink. So at the start of the period, the puck is going to slide a couple of extra inches in front of you when you try to push it ahead.
I think you almost have to take a second, take a breath, get control of it, and then pass it. That the one-timers, particularly in the early stages of the period, are a little tough to control. That they do it differently here in pregame, and it showed. And we've got a pile behind the net.
He's coming away with this one was Ateneo, and this one will now be sent down for an icing with 14:08 remaining. Let's go inside the glass. Kevin Coleman, and get his thoughts on that first period of play.
I thought both teams came out really fast. Of course, St. Joe's getting those goals in the first period were huge, especially that first one that came in the first few minutes. I thought, what Coach Rurik said was absolutely right. I thought Greenwich was getting too cute with the puck too many times, especially in their own end. I thought they did get some great shots on net, but he's right. They need to drive the net harder. Question is, when is that going to come for the Greenwich Cardinals? So far, I think the Cadets have come out in the second period playing a lot better there, Frank.
Thank you, Kevin, as this one blocked off the stick of Trevor Bennett as Frost has to retreat back and play it. Tagging up are the Cadets. And then it's chipped through the neutral zone and all the way back goes Andrew Gilbert. As we ping-pong up and down the ice, but icing waved off here. Frost lost it in front of the crease and unable to control on the doorstep that time was Pisani.
You can't keep gift wrapping it in front of the net.
Bennett blocked the shot in front. Now a wraparound attempt and the save made. And a penalty coming. This time it will go against the Cadets. As being called for a hook here is the junior Tommy Flynn. Good job from Andrew Frost keeping his feet moving. Draws the penalty, and now the Cardinals for the first time tonight with a power play opportunity.
We're not 2 minutes into this second period. I think if you're Greenwich, this is a pivotal point. If they can capitalize on this power play, cut the lead in half, they can exhale and know that those mistakes early on can be erased.
There's Kevin Wright up at the top of the slot, and he sends one on Cage. Looking for a screen or deflection, but Wilson an easy save as he saw it all the way.
It just went right into him like a line drive.
Face off to Ryan Wilson's left. Controlled by the Cadets, and now coming away with it. And able to clear that time was the sophomore Brandon Roselli. Here is Wright. With a head of steam, works up to the right wing side. Pauses for a moment as he battles with Van Etten in the corner. Up top with Davey. Out to the point as Bennett can't hold the line.
Again, it's not getting to the loose pucks if you're the Greenwich Cardinals. St. Joe's is getting to them.
There's Connor Santry over to the backhand, tried to slide one through. He still has it. Bauer couldn't come up with the open puck, but now finds it on the half wall.
Bauer had net to work with had he gotten this blade of the stick on that.
Quick turnaround shot, and it's off the side of the net from the stick of Bauer. Up top, Bennett lets a wrister go, and the rebound goes to the corner as it was blocked before Wilson saw it. Bauer controls again, down low. Davey looking for Santry, but Wilson poked it away. Rebound and another save made with 11:48 remaining and 35 on the man advantage. Good motion here as they run the overload. To the far side, Bauer lets it go, and it's off the crossbar. No, it's a goal. It hit the back bar and came right out. No hesitation from the officials, and it's a 2-1 game following the power play goal.
Wilson protesting it, but as you said, no hesitation from the official. I saw net pop up behind the bar. It did come right out, but the official wasted no time, pointed right at the net, and Greenwich has cut this lead in half.
It'll be Bauer getting credit. We believe Santry on the assist, but for the official scoring, we'll go down inside the penalty box with our own Kevin Coleman.
Yeah, with Matt Bauer and Connor Santry with the assists. Just got that from the scores table.
Thank you, Kevin. So at 11:28, and you mentioned it was going to be a pivotal moment in this game. Cardinals able to capitalize on their first power play. So a 2-1 lead now as Greenwich strikes first in the second. Now looking for more. Lawrence winds up and lets one go, and a glove save made by Wilson.
I'm kind of curious as to what Kevin Coleman saw on that because he has the opposite angle from us. Kevin, was it obvious from your side that it went into the net, didn't bounce off the post?
No, I thought it went in immediately. That's why when Frank said it hit off the post, I was worried because it went in and out. Referees knew right away, and I saw it right away. It hit the net.
Thank you for making fun of my eyesight, Kevin, as this one kicked aside by Presley. And then he will hold on to the centering pass.
But Frank, back to your point, I think from that angle, it's almost impossible to tell if that was in. So it's not, you don't have bad eyesight. I think from where I was, you saw the puck go in, you saw the neck ricochet. So don't worry, you don't have bad eyesight. I think you have better eyesight than me.
Keep digging and you're going to find China pretty soon.
He's trying to lift the bus off you after throwing you under.
As we are past the 4-minute mark in the second period. And it's one of those plays, to bang play, and it's that back bar. It'll make the same sound as a crossbar here as Davey now looking for more, but overskated that one.
And Greenwich, for playing on its home ice, has overskated pucks, left him behind, passes too short, too long. It's almost like they're not used to the surface, and yet this is where they practice.
And Bennett had that big check along the boards against Bocchino. As an opportunity here for Santry, who lets one go. Another save made by Wilson, and it's very apparent that the Cardinals are going to try to pick the physical play up. They've been the more physical of the two teams here in this one so far, Kevin.
Yeah, both teams are coming out fighting, and you know what? Greenwich, past 5 minutes or so, especially getting that big power play that they needed, getting the man advantage, they've been playing a lot better, getting a lot more shots on net, which they need to do.
Big save there by Wilson on the shot from the point. That was a dangerous shot.
Now Pisani working his way through the slot with a tricky backhander. Sliding over, making the save that time was Presley. Good patience, though, coming from the junior Jack Pisani, finagling his way through the slot to buy space for the shot.
Backhander through a lot of congestion.
Face-off won by the Cardinals. Van Etten holds the line, and Dunham behind his own net now. Up ahead, but overskating another puck there, as missing on that one was Dylan Madden. Shot is blocked by Lawrence. And Faustich keeps it in momentarily as Pisani catches that one and plays along. Now Madden with some time. Trying to chip through the neutral zone, and Lawrence forces all the way in. As Wright has got to reset, waiting for Lawrence to tag up, and now he can work his way towards the offensive zone. Let's the wrister go. That's stick to side into the corner where Faustich fields. Sent one back, attempting to go behind his net, but it ended up on Cage. And the centering pass from Bauer made its way outside the zone. A risky pass there from Faustich. Good awareness by Wilson to keep it out of the net.
That one had goal written all over it. That's a one-timer coming right back at the mouth.
Santry tried the opposite direction shot. Did not work out, and icing waved off as Disbenick got a piece of it. Here is Akira Dunham, the captain, as this one will go for an ice. Deflected off a Cardinal, but before the red line, so play stops with 8:35 and a face-off back to the left of Presley.
Greenwich, I think, has picked up the physical play in this second period. I think they're throwing the body a little more, maybe a little preemptively.
Here is Frost. Haas couldn't reach up to his man. It's out through center ice. We're waiting to replay that one. Was Parchinski. His partner, Gilbert, played that one all the way down behind the net, and it's picked around in front and score!
The St. Joe's crowd behind us wanted a penalty, and there was a little bit of clutching and grabbing back behind the net, and then it's just a scramble in front, and the puck gets poked in.
So the Cadets able to answer as we take a look at the replay. Just came flying out in front, and it was poked in. So 3-1 now the score. St. Joe's back on top by 2.
Again, you cannot keep gift wrapping these pucks in front.
It comes all the way back behind the net. Wright couldn't win that battle. Here's Bocchino on it now. Boldesi comes to help, but a good job by Lawrence, who comes away with it. Pass up ahead for Dunham.
Nice turn there for St. Joe's by Foldesi.
Let's go down inside the glass for the bookkeeping with Kevin Coleman. Kevin.
Thanks, Frank. We had Andrew Gilbert with the assist on that one. There's a goal for St. Joe's just like that.
Presley couldn't control the rebound. Bocchino stopped on the net. He picks up another one.
It actually hit the inside of Presley's pad and hopped up in the air, then lands and gets poked in.
Let's go get the third. We'll let Kevin get all the scoring done.
Let's let him get caught up.
Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Rurik considers taking a timeout now.
I would.
2 quick goals from the Cadets, and it's a 3-goal lead now. 7:25 remaining. Puck off the side of the net. Is Bennett able to come away with it? This one skips up through the neutral zone and is played by Parchinski. Stepping up there was Andrew Frost. Leg to leg there, and
clear leg to leg.
We've seen this a couple times now in the past few games, and intentional or not, it's just something that has got to be done with, and it's a tough play there, but it'll be Andrew Frost for tripping. For the St. Joe's scoring, let's now go down inside the glass with Kevin Coleman.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah, we had, we had Andrew Van Etten with the assist there, and the goal scored was by Evan Bocchino.
Thank you, Kevin, as we've got another penalty coming here against the Cardinals. Going to be a cross check on Akira Dunham. Greenwich not making life easy. They'll now go 5-on-3 here for a minute and 39 seconds.
This lead is not insurmountable, but you're not going to make it up down 2 men.
So a 5-on-3 for the Cadets. Out to the point, and here's Gilbert. Works his way to the slot and lets the wrister go. Presley has it and covers up after dropping it momentarily.
Just 21 seconds between the calls. And are we seeing another year where St. Joe's gets hot with a handful of games left in the season and turns it on for that second season, the FCAC playoffs?
Foldesi wants it on the back door, and the shot and score! A sliding Bauer got a piece of it, but it wasn't enough. The senior captain carries that one, and it's now 5-1 with a minute 46 of power play time still to go.
I think Presley may have gotten a piece of that too, but not enough to stop it. I'm not sure you needed to dive across the net for that. I think you could have ridden the body across and maybe cleared out one of the threats.
A good pass that time from Bocchino, and strong work by Ateneo on the draws to allow the opportunities. As Foldesi now with another opportunity, and the wrist shot is blockered aside. Quickly across to Gilbert, who shot saved by the stick, and then covering up is Presley.
And St. Joe's now doing what we said at the beginning of this game Greenwich had to do early, and that's pepper the goal with shots.
And some jawing down below the goal line after the whistle.
And it continues as they skate away. I think I saw a point toward the scoreboard.
6:11 remaining. In the second period, it is a 5-1 Cadets lead. And for a team that was talked about having trouble scoring, they're finding no issues with hitting the back of the net in this one.
No, they're doing everything they need. I think their passes are just a little bit cleaner than Greenwich right now, and they're throwing more shots on net.
A big check that time from Dis Bennett. And he sent Tommy Flynn hard into the boards. Under a minute remaining on the man advantage. As Tommy Flynn, the victim of another big check, this time from Kevin Wright. Looking up to the point, and it's poked away. Good active stick that time from Oliver Fulton. As Andrew Gilbert retreats all the way back and plays along to his partner Van Etten.
Greenwich came out more physical in this second period, and then as these penalties have piled up, they've gotten even more so, almost to the point that now it's almost like they're playing to hit someone from St. Joe's.
Van Etten picks his head up, tried to get a shot through, but it's blocked by Dis Bennett. Now down low, do have numbers, are the Cadets. Out in front, Presley one save, picked up by Kevin Wright, and the Cardinals on the move. Odd man opportunity, but it is blown dead as offside on the play was Andrew Frost, and that has got to be frustrating.
It really does. You have a break there. You've got a goalie that hasn't seen action in some time, and you're astride offside with nobody near you.
You're watching the HAN Network's Game of the Week. It's a rematch of last year's FCAC Championship. Cadets with a 5-1 lead in this one, with 4:40 remaining in the second period. As a puck out in front and unable to get good wood on it that time, as Roselli had the whole net if he could control it.
He went for the backhand at first. I thought that was going to be a 6-1 game.
Up through neutral zone, picking up his Dis Bennett. There's Connor Santry. Up to Matt Davey. He delivered a big check. Centering pass was cut off. There's George Rybashowski on the ice right now, and the Cardinals have to tag up. Sam Brocky up ahead. And it's held in and played behind the net. Here is Kevin Wright. He's got time and space. Showing off the speed again as he shovels one behind the net. 3:40 to go in the second period. Up ahead, Foldesi couldn't control it out in front, and Presley will cover up. Almost another big opportunity, and while the physical play advantage meter probably leaning towards Greenwich right now, Kevin, it's the Cardinals who have had all of the offense. The Cadets who have had all of the offense since that Cardinals power play goal.
And you know what? The Cardinals are actually out hitting the Cadets. That's the one category that they're actually winning at. You talk about what a second period for these Cadets, Frank and John. I mean, coming into this, I don't think we expected them to drop 3 more goals. A great effort, from a team that has having a tough time scoring, Frank, like you said. What a night, and they're doing it on the road, too. Got to give a lot of credit to the Cadets.
And if this is the way the St. Joe's offense is trending, it's got to be very scary for all of the FCX teams, knowing that they've also got Ryan Wilson at the other end. So shootouts are probably not the best option here to get into with St. Joe's.
No, if they can stop you, if they can stop scoring, they're going to go deep in the FCX like they did.
The puck sent towards the far wing. Bocchino trying to come away with it, but it finds the stick of Foldesi, who's one-on-one with Dunham. Captain versus captain as Foldesi trying to chip it up over the shoulder, but Presley making the save.
With just under 18 minutes to go in this game and a 5-1 St. Joe's lead, they scored 8 goals against Norwalk McMahon on January 14th. They scored 7 against Wilton on January 21st. They're tied right now for their 3rd most goals in a game.
As a centering pass to this Bennett, risky but completed. Rubashovsky couldn't control that one. And now another opportunity. Trying to find this one, and Presley is forced to cover again. As it was Tommy Flynn in front. As the young man has had a tough period in the dirty areas behind the net.
Yes, it's been a long period.
Antoneo winning another draw. Comes all the way around, and Rubashovsky plays along, and it's out of the zone. Sent up into the netting, out of play. Face-off will come all the way back. And it will be inside the Greenwich zone as more players exchanging pleasantries here with 2:22 remaining in the second period.
3 times St. Joe's has scored 5 goals, 4 now with the in-progress game right now. Once they scored 7, once they scored 8. So this one of their better offensive outputs. And we still have a lot of hockey remaining.
I've done very well in the face-off circle, too, as a puck sent up into the Cardinals bench, and that's a play we've seen quite a few times now from the Cadets. Win that draw, and they're trying to send the far side winger on that Hail Mary pass using the far boards. And that's Dunham, and Wright can't connect. It's outside the zone, and now quickly back the other way comes Brocky. Rister stopped by Pressey.
You have to keep that puck inside your blue line if you're going to play catch with it out there.
I think Dunham just a little too cute that time. Probably could have just thrown one down deep into the Cadet zone. Maybe let the Greenwich offense set up. It's been quite some time since Ryan Wilson faced a shot as Lawrence tried to get one through, but it's off the foot of Van Etten and out of play. As the pace of play, Kevin, has really slowed down here since that 5th Cadets goal. 2 minutes remaining now in the second.
Yeah, pace of play has really slowed down, especially on the Greenwich side. You just mentioned it, Frank. Not a lot of shots on net. these last few minutes or so, and that's something they did a lot in the first period. Got some good looks, ended up getting a goal. They need to keep putting shots on net, drive the net, as Coach Rurak mentioned to me coming into the second period. Frank and John, they haven't done that at all this second period.
Not one bit, and they've struggled controlling the puck too. And again, it's another offensive zone faceoff, but
controlling the puck has really, really hurt Greenwich, and St. Joe's has done a tremendous job of capitalizing on that. They really haven't let Greenwich make a mistake that's gone unpunished.
90 seconds remaining. This one tipped down behind the net where Dunham will reset. Looks for his partner right. Fields with time and space. Stick handling his way through the neutral zone. All the way behind the net, and then Van Etten rubbed him off it. But coming to help was Fulton. This one sent up and off the glass, and it will go the length of the ice. No. Icing is waved off. Lawrence controls. Wants to send Fulton, but reading that one all the way was Antoneo.
It was like jumping the slant in football.
Turned right back over as Davey went to the curl and drag, but Gilbert poked that one aside with 45 remaining in the period. They battle two aside in the corner to the left of Ryan Wilson. Now a third teammate joins from both sides as Dunham steps into one, and it is blocked by a sliding Gilbert.
Gutsy play by Gilbert.
Ahead, and it's shoveled out through the neutral zone. Right back the other way. Stretch pass to right, can't connect. 20 seconds left. That's Foldesi. Couldn't tip that one along, and now Wilson tries to go up the boards. 8 seconds remaining, and we'll see if the Cadets can get anything now. Here's Antoneo. Lets a shot go that Presley has to hold on to, and they will let the clock run out.
Tell you what, that almost went 5-hole.
They're going to reset the clock. Put a little bit of time back on there.
The puck ended up under Presley. That was dangerously close to a 5-hole goal and a 6-1 lead.
It's a 3-on-1 opportunity. We're going to try to get the clock right here. I thought it was a smart shot from Antoneo.
St. Joe's has pulled the goalie here with 0.7 of a second. You may as well try to get the shot if you win the faceoff.
It'll be Van Etten to try and send one right towards the net, but they cancel out and the period ends. The Cardinals struck first, but then 3 unanswered coming from the Cadets. We'll step aside one more time when we get back. Kevin will be joined with Coach Eddie Lemaire of the Cadets. All of that coming up next from the Dorothy Hamill Skating Rink right here on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our mortgage web center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars.
Wow.
Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
At In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, In Sports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for In Sports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit insportscenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Hom has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at stonesThrowCT.com.
Are you looking for new opportunity this year? How does growing a business with unlimited income potential sound? Christy Kinsman is a local entrepreneur building a global health and wellness business in Fairfield County. Offering cutting-edge anti-aging skincare, all botanically based and paraben-free, and a complete vegan, clean-eating nutritional plan, Christy's looking for business partners that can help get others healthier while taking advantage of an untapped market. Take that first step to freedom from the 9-to-5 grind by learning more about the products and our mentorship program. Contact Christy at thelittlehouseShop@yahoo.com.
Wild Birds Unlimited, your one-stop shop for all your backyard bird hobby needs. Premium bird seed, freshly delivered each week. A great selection of bird feeders, houses, a patented pole system, bird baths, and a vast array of wonderful gifts of whimsy and nature. Visit us at 356 Heights Road in Darien, next to the post office, and across from Norotan Heights Railroad Station.
What's happening up in Hartford and what's trending in the Nutmeg State?
Join Kate Chaplinsky
And Josh Fisher.
on CT Pulse live Wednesdays at 12:30 to find out.
We talk to the leaders and newsmakers while breaking down the stories you should be paying attention to each week.
With the help of HAN's editorial cartoonist Doug Smith, we take a humorous look at the news of the week. We talk about everything you were told you should avoid bringing up in polite company.
CT Pulse, Wednesdays at 12:30 on the HAN Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back on the HAN Network at the Dorothy Hamill Skating Rink, Frank Granito, John Kovac, and Kevin Coleman. It is a 5-1 St. Joe's lead over the Greenwich Cardinals. And for more on a strong second period from the Cadets, we go to Kevin Coleman and Coach Eddie Lemaire. Kevin.
Thanks, Frank, here with Coach Eddie Lemaire. Coach, talk about that second period. Great first period, getting that first big goal, but the second period even better, getting 3 goals. Talk about the performance so far for your Cadets.
We're on fire, really. We've got a great forecheck going. They got one early on us, and we responded really well. And our defense are playing great. Of course, our goalie is just phenomenal. We just want to keep up the pressure, and we're not letting back. So.
You talk about that goalie is playing well. I don't think anyone's playing better than Wilson right now. Talk about what he's meant to this Cadet team.
He's, our style of play, we rely a lot on him. We really do. At the beginning of the season, we couldn't find a scoring, and 40, 50 shots he's facing a game, and he's phenomenal goalie.
All right, Coach. Best of luck. I see the guys are about to come out. Thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the game.
Thank you.
All right, Frank. Back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Coach. And no better way to put it. They're on fire right now, John.
They really are. If they start scoring at this pace, and we still have 15 minutes to go, and they're tied for their third largest offensive output of the season, and you've got Ryan Wilson in goal, you could go pretty deep in the FCAC tournament.
One thing you want to avoid seeing in this period, obviously for Greenwich, nothing unnecessary. You don't want any extracurriculars after the whistle, any cheap shots like that. We want to see the game played here, a competitive 15 minutes, and let fate decide itself.
You're going to hurt your team if you do something and get tossed and get suspended, because it's still unsettled for that 6th and final seed in the FCAC. We do have one clinch, and that's the Greenwich girls basketball team. They clinched their berth in the FCAC playoffs with a victory just a short time ago. And Greenwich football news, Greenwich football just tweeted this. First team All-FCAC offensive lineman Chase Pirro, he's going to Gettysburg.
So congratulations to Chase. Congratulations to the Greenwich Lady Cards in basketball. And of course, Trinity Catholic also a winner tonight, John, 7-1 over Wilton. The Warriors still looking for their first conference win this season.
The Greenwich girls clinched that berth by virtue of a 69-22 victory over Trinity Catholic. That breaks a 6th place tie with Danbury.
Now, Kevin, while a loss tonight would hurt the Cardinals, we did talk about how this was much more of a must-win for St. Joe's. Greenwich still has games looming at home against both Darien and Stanford West Hill, teams that they are directly competing with for those final playoff spots. So by no means is this a season ender, but the Cards are looking for something to build off of now coming into this third period.
They certainly are. I think the frustration is the key word, especially going into this intermission. You can tell just on the bench, being right next to them, all these players, the mood has just gone down. And you're talking about the extracurricular activities after the whistle. We saw a lot of that towards the end of that second period. Again, more penalties have hurt the Greenwich Cardinals. I was in the penalty box with two guys. It got pretty crowded in there, but Greenwich needs to clean things up, and by no means is the season over. You're right, Frank. But they need to come out, play positive, and when it comes down to it, they have 3 more regular season games. Those are big 3 games for the Greenwich Cardinals to finish the season out.
And it's exactly as John mentioned. That makes it all the more important that you don't have players missing due to any kind of suspension or something like that. But most importantly in this period, put together a strong 15 minutes of hockey to build off of now. Give yourself momentum heading out of this game, win, lose, or draw.
You're not building momentum if you go through the next 15 minutes and take stupid penalties and just throw in the body for the sake of throwing the body. If you're St. Joe's, you seal this off, you move on, and now you've got a win for the first time in 6 games. If you're Greenwich, you get a couple back, you clean up some of the passes, you maybe move the puck a little better, and you set yourself moving forward, and then let it hash out over the next 2 games.
15 minutes until we find a winner in this one, as Lawrence comes away with the opening draw and lets a slapper go that Wilton sticks aside into the corner. It was 2-0 after 1 in favor of the Cadets. Cardinals struck first in the second, but 3 unanswered goals took it to a 5-1 St. Joe's lead, which is where we start the third. Wraparound attempt was stopped along the side of the net and covered by Ryan Wilson.
And that's what really is impressive if you think about it, is the character shown by St. Joe's. Greenwich cuts the lead in half. There's a couple more rushes, and rather than fall apart, they just turn it on and just start putting the puck in the net.
Good job by Dunham that time. He read that stretch pass to Bocchino, as Van Etten did not miss by much, but a risky play here, almost taken away by Bauer in the slot. Turned over one more time as the Cardinals with early pressure.
That's 2 risky passes in a row by St. Joe's. They can't afford to do that.
Coach Rurik has been flipping the lines around as well here, as we saw Lawrence jump up and join Bauer and Davey. Quickly onto the ice now is Oliver Fulton. Looking to throw a big body check there was Davey, but Faustic able to avoid. Knocked down in the neutral zone, and retreating is Andrew Gilbert. Into the legs of Parchinski, behind the net, and they reset one more time. Van Etten hard up off that boards at the red line. So we go back and forth in between the circles. Hooked aside by Pisani. Sitting down towards the net and holding there is Bennett.
Frank, is there a temptation among hockey players to cut in front of their own net, or is it just looking for the shortest distance? Because it looked like they wanted to do that on that last Greenwich puck down in their own end.
That is one of the few things you are taught never to do.
But you see it at every level,
you really
and I
do,
don't comprehend it.
It's a very risky and a very questionable play at best.
The upside.
Few good things happen crossing in front of your own net.
I mean, the upside doesn't seem to. The risk doesn't. The reward doesn't outweigh the risk.
Good patience there from Parchinski. Correction, that was Faustic.
I'll get the saying right at some point.
As icing canceled out. Here's Akira Dunham behind the net. Up around the half boards, and Faustic unable to hold the line with 12:45 remaining. A big week coming up on the HAN Network. Wednesday night we are at Trumbull For boys basketball, our first look at the top-seeded Trumbull Eagles, the only team who has clinched a playoff spot to date in the FCAC tournament, against the Trinity Catholic Crusaders, who are playing against the Greenwich Cardinals tonight in a battle for that 8th and final playoff spot. As they race for the puck this time, won by Akira Dunham.
Almost think St. Joe's could have made the case for an interference call.
As Bauer kicks that one back into the zone, it remains. Out to Davey. Davey trying to stick handle through the slot, but it's taken away. Chipped up to neutral ice, and Matt Lilly sends down to Presley. After that Wednesday night high school hoops night, we've got more hockey for you here from the Dorothy Hamill skating rink. The Greenwich Lady Cardinals play host to Simsbury in a matchup of two of the top teams in the state as a delayed penalty coming here with Kevin Wright buying time. Sent out in front, and Davey just couldn't control and put on the net. Extra skater out for the Cardinals. Chipped down low, but it is tucked up by Atanasio.
Cross-check is the call behind the goal.
And heading off is Kyle Parchinski, the senior defenseman. Cardinals 1-for-1 with the man advantage tonight. And a goal here would go a long way in getting them back in this one.
Get something, find a positive to take out of it, and then find another positive.
So Lawrence tossed from the dot. Fulton wins the draw. As they battle at the blue line, and it's taken away momentarily by the Cadets before Kevin Wright can come and collect. Right? Plenty of time and space. Looking for help and goes to Fulton. Sent out in front to the far side, and Lawrence just unable to control.
Two Cardinals actually had a shot to get Wood on that, and that was Pratley as well, and neither of them could get a blade on it, and I think they both had an opening to knock that in.
Here is Ollie Fulton, throws one up into the netting. Faceoff will go outside the zone. And, of course, Kevin, we mentioned Wednesday and Thursday night. Saturday, the real big day here on the HAN Network. It is the girls' quarterfinals in basketball. We will have all 4 games covered for you. Should be a fun afternoon and evening.
Championship on the HAN Network. Championship week is approaching, and I cannot wait to get the basketball postseason underway. You talk about great postseason play. It comes in basketball. It also comes in hockey, Frankie, that we touched upon it during the break. How good postseason hockey is, especially in the FCAC. It is so much fun. It's one game. You talk about there's no series. It's one game. If you don't come out to play, you're not going on. So we're really looking forward to Wednesday night, too. You mentioned that we haven't seen the Trumbull boys yet. I'm looking forward to doing that. Chris Kutzo will be with us as well, I believe. And, of course, Saturday is going to be a big day as well for us. A lot of basketball coming up. I can't wait.
Magnificent 7 Saturday?
Could be the case.
I like that.
That will be in 2 Saturdays on the 25th when we have 4 boys quarterfinal games for you and 3 hockey games, including the girls FCAC championship. Next week, we've got all of the girls semifinals and championship games coming to you on the HAN Network.
My phone just buzzed. I was sure that was the trademark police.
This one cleared the length of the ice by Atanasio.
That is something Greenwich has to fix right now if they want to go anywhere, if they even want to make the FCACs, and that's to be the first one to a loose puck. They have been beaten by St. Joe's, and great job by the Cadets. They have won every loose puck today, I think. If not every one, pretty close.
As the man advantage expires, Bauer stepped his way around one check. Santry coming over to help and comes away with it. Leaves behind for Kevin Wright. Wright circles all the way outside, where Dunham winds up and lets one go. It's tipped up high.
I think that got hit by about 4 high sticks. That was like a lacrosse play.
This one sent all the way down, missing everyone. They're going to wave the icing off.
Interesting.
Tipped again, so no icing one more time as Dunham retreats to the right corner. Behind for Kevin Wright as he plays catch with his partner before Matt Davey comes to help, and they reverse once, twice. And then shovel one towards the blue line.
Again, Greenwich just flirting with a bad giveaway in their own end.
And a hand pass. A saving grace for the Cardinals as play is whistled dead and the faceoff coming outside the zone. And there's no way to spoon feed it right now. Just sloppy play from the Cardinals here through the first 6.5 minutes of the third period, Kevin.
Yes, the second period, they struggle a lot, especially with the penalties. First few periods really killed them on the power play, being down a man. And they just, Coach Rorick said to me, we need to crash the net harder. They didn't do that at all in the second period. They need to get shots on net, but Frank and John, I don't think there's anyone playing better than Wilson right now. I mean, he is just really carrying the team on his shoulders. That's especially in hockey. If you have a goalie playing that well down the stretch going into playoffs, you couldn't ask for anything better than that.
And as good as Ryan Wilson has been, life has been relatively easy for the senior tonight. As a pass out in front, Lawrence and Wilson forced to make the save as he kicked the left pad out there. Not all that easy.
No, somewhat. But he's made the saves when he's had to. What has to have the league thinking is the fact that you've got a St. Joe's team that has found its offense tonight. And I am really surprised that's not a penalty for him.
Elbow up a little high. That time it was Sean Pratley, but no calls. They play on. Chip towards the front of the net and bounced around.
You're calling virtually every blow to the head in everything anymore. But you have a St. Joe's team here that the offense is finding itself. And if they ride that hot goalie, all you need to do is finish top 6. Then it's survive in advance. If you can score goals and stop the other team, win 3 and you got a trophy.
And they know that better than any other team, having been the 6th seed last year and running all the way to the championship. The boys' FCAC tournament kicks off next Saturday on February 25th. We will have both playdown games for you as an opportunity for Bauer here with Van Etten giving chase, and a great play by the young man using that reach and poking that one away.
Fantastic defense by Van Etten on that.
Behind the net, here's Davey. Lost it momentarily, and then Bauer couldn't control near the blue line. Behind the net, now it's Santry controlling. It goes high off the glass and out to neutral ice. Davey, joined with Connor Graves, lets the wrister go, and the rebound is stopped twice. Good job there by Wilson. Sent to the far side, and Graves can't control as Thomas Schleitinger took a check there and couldn't clear the zone. Good job by Davey to connect back to Bauer. All right, it's poked aside. There's Kevin Wright. Has to tag up one more time before they can go on the forecheck. So a couple of big opportunities in the last few shifts for the Cardinals, but Ryan Wilson able to stand the test. As Dunham delivers a check to Van Etten behind the net. Out to the point, Andrew Frost there. Looking for help. He comes back and connects, that time, with Ewan Trogny. Frost took a big check, but able to clear this one all the way down below the net. Out at the point, and a slapper that is gloved up high and held onto with 6:08 remaining.
We've talked so much about the FCAC playoff picture tonight, Frank. Now, what happens with St. Joe's is one of their 2 games left is a non-conference game. So they can only get a maximum of 15 points if this holds and they win the next game. Greenwich, with a game in hand, can get 17 because they have that postponement and 2 other FCAC games.
That's a big check delivered there. This time by Jack Pisani as the Cadets not allowing the Cardinals to push them around here in the third period, as they've picked up their physical play.
They're playing physical this period. They're scoring earlier, and they've got a hot goaltender, and they play good defense. You have the makings of a playoff hockey team here in these St. Joe's Cadets.
Wrister to the short side, missed, and the rebound unable to be converted that time as it was Lally at the side of the net. Back in as Santry retreats. Santry has been moved back to defense as he goes up ahead for Ali Fulton. Tried to tiptoe the line and will just dump in as they go for a change. We've seen a couple players moved around in the lineup now for the Cardinals. Akira Dunham and Kevin Wright both at forward on that last shift. We've seen Santry dropped back along with Trogny as well as he's partnered up with this Bennett now.
You do have to wonder the long-term effects of the injuries that have taken out two crucial Cardinals.
There's a slap shot there. Stopped with ease by Wilson off the stick of Bennett with 4:39 remaining. And
how different could this year have been with Mosey and with Johnson?
And it's any injury is tough, but you lose two of your three captains. And life not going to get any easier as they tried the stretch pass all the way around that time for Lally.
I've coached teams that have had that happen, that have lost 2 of 4 or 3 of 4. And it's very tough because, A, they're not captains unless they're your better players. They're not captains unless they're leaders. You end up with a leadership void. There's a lot of bad that can happen with that.
A stat we have not really talked about too much tonight, but the face-off percentage by St. Joe's has been one of the key points in this victory. As Wilson, another save.
And when Greenwich went far, or when Greenwich had solid teams that went far in the playoffs when they won the FCAC, they were known for winning face-offs, as I recall.
Look at last year, and of course they did have Nick Pizzuto as well in goal, which helped out a lot. He was the goaltender his junior year, too, when they were the runner-up in both the conference and state championship. So that's something you need really to build off of as they battle behind the net now. Trogny with a big check that time, and Van Etten comes away the victor in that battle. Bauer giving chase as he interrupted that Van Etten slap shot with under 4 minutes to play. Big check coming one more time as Kev, the physical play, picking up down there at the moment.
It has, and Frankie John, actually the two guys who I've really been impressed with tonight, especially on the St. Joe's side, are the two Andrews, 2 and 3, Andrew Van Eaton and Andrew Gilbert. The two of them, the junior and the senior, have been so impressive defensively. I think a lot of it is Wilson, but it doesn't. Wilson doesn't get these saves without the great defense that the Cadets are playing tonight. We talk about Gilbert blocking a shot with his head. You talk about a great job defensively. These two guys have done a wonderful job tonight for the Cadets.
And they've been so strong, and we just saw another great play there, a centering opportunity, and Wilson sprawling out to poke it away.
Aggressive play by Wilson. The puck sliding across the front of his crease. He lays out for it, sticks out the stick, and he himself poke checks away a centering pass. If you're going to do that, you better make sure you get wood on it. He did.
This is back to one of those Andrews as Gilbert controls and sends to neutral ice. The puck going up into the bench. Two of the bigger players in the conference, too. The senior Van Etten and the junior Andrew Gilbert. As they've got a major length advantage. Some housekeeping to be done by the officials on the stick there of Will Faldesi. 2:50 remaining. Cadets holding a 5-1 lead. 2 in the first and 3 in the second to answer the Cardinals' second period goal just 2 minutes in, as risky out in front of his own net was Kevin Wright. One more time he goes the length of the ice. Leaves that one off for Dunham, but the shot blocked before making its way to Wilson.
I think if you're behind either bench, you just want to get out of this without any bad penalties.
Here's Oliver Fulton, who lets a wrister go. That Wilson fought off and then grabs the rebound as well. And Foldesi and Fulton exchanging words one more time after the whistle.
No real need for that, because all that does is prevent us from talking about two great saves by Wilson, who gives up the first rebound and stays with the play and comes up with another point-blank save. This kid is good.
And some more jawing going on here.
And this accomplishes nothing. I hate to break it to all you young studs out there. And guess what? I've been out there and I enjoy too. And the hands up. There's a penalty way behind the play.
Sending one down towards the front of the net, and it's stepped aside, and then a couple more words with 2:03 remaining.
I think I saw a fist in there. Oh, this is not good.
Bauer is without a helmet.
Kevin's going to have a lot of notes to take, because there's going to be a lot of penalties here, and this could have repercussions beyond tonight.
Bauer has gone to the box for now. We are pointing to Pisani as well. JT Lawrence has stepped in.
With two in the box for Greenwich right now, it looks like one for St. Joe's.
And my original guess is going to be you had a roughing penalty down here at the start.
For a cross check out.
And you're going to get matching
coincidental roughings down here.
Either way, it's a crowded sin bin, and we look forward to hearing from Kevin on all the bookkeeping momentarily as the officials.
Keep your hand on the button, Kev.
We want to remind everyone to make sure and download the HAN Network app, available in the Apple and Google Store. Search HAN.network to have all of our live shows and broadcasts available for you at the touch of a button. And tune in for our weekly shows. Arts and Leisures on Monday, The Drive on Tuesdays, CT Pulse Wednesdays, and of course the Yankee Fisherman on Thursday. What do we got coming up this week?
It's a very important discussion. You know, it's not going to be a lot of pretty pictures of fish or out in the outdoors, which we all want to do. But everybody's concerned about state budget cuts, about license fees, about where the money goes. And we are going to have two of the top guys in the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection's Bureau of Natural Resources talk to us about how they're financed, where the money goes, where your license money goes. Are you going to need to buy a trout stamp, and a whole bunch of things.
Should be a lot of fun.
Wouldn't call it. It's interesting.
You know what? I am all in on any of the fishing. I can't wait to get out there with you.
We're taking you out there.
When it gets a little warmer, I'm not much of an ice fisherman myself. If I'm on ice, I better have blades on the bottom of my feet.
You know, you can skate while you ice fish. Yeah. Conversation going on now with the Greenwich captains.
It appears they've got proper players in the box at the moment. Dunham, just a few more questions for the officials.
I see 4 Cardinals out, so it'll be a 5-1-4 for St. Joe's, and then coincidental minors, as you predicted, down in that corner. I think they probably could have done 2 sets of coincidentals. They opted not to.
Let's check in with Kevin.
Now we've got another joint in the...
Big shot that time from Van Etten goes wide.
We'll let Kevin introduce himself to his new roommates.
Santry comes away with it, and it's cleared by Davey. Kev, how's it going down there?
It's it's quite busy down here, Frank, I'll tell you. Penalties are on Jack Pisani, 2 minutes for roughing, and then we have Matt Bauer, 2 minutes for roughing as well.
As this one ruled for an icing I think they also got JT Lawrence for interference, it sounds like.
Or is this a helmet thing?
So 93 seconds remaining.
Yeah, because here comes somebody out. Just visiting?
Yeah, we had an extra visitor in here.
Free JT.
Yeah, JT Lawrence just wanted to pop in and say hello. He thought he was supposed to be in, but the referees got numbers mixed up there.
Oh, okay.
It was 21. They were actually looking for 11. So it's Dylan Madden, who was served 2 minutes for interference. As Gilbert from behind his own net with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. That's just one across, and a shot by Presley knocked down. Rebound cleared aside momentarily. That shot from Roselli.
So here you've got a St. Joe's team that started as slowly as it did, that then hit an 0 for 4 skid. Now they're going to turn that around with a 5-1 win over Greenwich and put themselves in a better shape in terms of making it. And Greenwich is going to have to regroup with 2 games left.
That'll be a big 2 games.
That game with Darien really could be an elimination game one week from today, 4 o'clock here at the Hamel. Big check, and somebody's down for St. Joe's against the boards near us.
It was a clean check, but Dis Bennett caught Gilbert right in the midsection. Looked like he might have had the wind knocked out of him.
I think so, and it was a clean check. He just dropped the shoulder. Really, just a textbook check, and it's one of those times where the less tall player might have a little advantage because he can just drop his shoulder into the midsection, and next thing you don't know if you're ever going to inhale again.
15 on the clock. 5 seconds.
You just want to get out of this without any problems.
So go across. Lawrence can't control now. With 3, 2, and 1. And this one will come to an end. It was all Cadets from the start. As they pick up their first win in the last 6 games, it is the first loss in the month of February for the Cardinals. Let's step aside. When we get back, Kevin Coleman will be joined with our player of the game right after this on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Back on the HAN Network, and we go now down to the ice with our player of the game, who joins Kevin Coleman. Kev and Will Foldesi, take it away.
Thank you, Frank. Here with Will Foldesi. Will, talk about this big game tonight. You guys come to Greenwich on the road. How big of a win is this for you guys?
This is huge. I mean, after the tie to New Canaan 2-2, I think we had some momentum coming into this one, and these guys beat us in the FCAC finals, so this is really a big win for us.
Now, talk about it. Got a little ugly down there towards the end. What was the mood like down the ice?
Just a lot of big hits, a lot of scrums, a lot of talking, but I mean, it's hockey at the end of the day, and we're just gonna play the game.
Now, talk about it. Talk about your performance tonight. Big goals for you, and talk about Ryan Wilson as well. What he's meant to this team as well.
Wilson's really the backbone of the team. I mean, he keeps us in any game. We're getting outshot. I mean, he had 62 stops against New Canaan. I'm sure a bunch here tonight, and he's just great to have on the team. He's a good team guy. We need them.
Talk about the chemistry on this team, especially going to the playoffs now with a big win like this. What's the locker room going to be like, the bus ride back home? What's it going to be like?
I mean, the guys are just going to be having a great time. I mean, it's a big win, as I said before. We're a pretty tight-knit group of guys, and we love each other. We joke around. It'll be a good time.
All right, Will, congratulations on the big win, all right?
Thank you.
All right, Frank, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Will, and congrats again to St. Joe's. John, final thoughts on this one as we get ready to say goodnight.
It did get a little messy at the end in terms of penalties, but then what I liked was it was more than the perfunctory handshake that you're expected to do. There were guys hanging out, talking, shaking hands, guys who were hurt, talking to other captains. Like Will Fodesi said, it's hockey. And that's what we had here was a hockey game. And yes, it got a little rough at the end, but nothing carries over. It's just guys playing hockey. You've got a St. Joe's team that, again, as Will Fodesi said, they might be finding momentum here. You tied New Canaan, and now you just beat the team that beat you in the FCAC final. And you beat them handily. Nice outing for them. If their offense is finally getting in gear, and Wilson's going to maintain the style of play, and he shows no reason to not think he will, you got a team here that's going to scare people going into the FCAC playoffs. They got to make it.
It will certainly be a lot of fun with only 10 days remaining in the regular season. The final score from the Dorothy Hamill Skating Club, St. Joe's 5 and Greenwich 1. For Kevin Coleman and John Kovacs, we want to thank everyone here who made today possible, both Coach Rurik and Lershin, everyone with the Dorothy Hamill staff from Nutmeg Sports through tonight's game. We're back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. with your coffee break and Kate Chaplensky. We'll have plenty of highlights from this on Nutmeg Sports at 2 o'clock. All that, as always, right here on the HAN